One day I'm gonna be on time. Oh, is it live? Good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome to another edition of the Brothers of Legacy. I'm your host, A.D. Walker. To my left, right, I have Mr. Thomas Cotton, or Dr. Thomas Cotton, and below we have Mr. Larry Workout Banks in the building. Oh, sorry,
Just
Larry
call him
Live
Big
Core
Banks.
Fitness Banks in the building. Appreciate you guys for being here. And as you can see, Live Core Fitness, only 30 minutes, and it's free. Pause on that for a minute. Free.
For now.
For now, right. Right. Enjoy now, right.
Yeah,
Right.
because big guy is tapping me and saying he was like, "Hey, dude,
It's time to charge these mother suckers.
nah, if you already in, you in."
You're already in. All right. All right. Look at that. Get in there free. Come on, Jeff. Come on,
Get
Jeff.
in early.
Wake up, Jeff. Wake up early, Jeff. Hey, Mama Corey. Great morning to you. And good morning, Lisa. Thank you, Lisa, for blessing. She blessed us uh, financially. So appreciate you for that. And Mama Corey. So if you don't follow Mama Corey, she's not a big poster. So but there's a show called The Wonder Years. It's the new version. It's I guess the black version. I'm gonna keep it 100. I relate it to the white version, so I relate to both. Make sure you guys are watching her. Her son is probably like executive producer of The Wonder Years. So make sure you guys check it out. Check it out. Yes. Let's see. Oh, yes. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, it is a new version. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Um, but I'm gonna take that back. It's good. It's real good. um, so yeah, definitely check it out. Share and let everybody know that it's on. It's on ABC at I'm not sure what time. Eastern Standard, Central, all
They
that.
need to be
Go to
paying you for the
Hulu.
sub.
Go to Hulu. Wonder
They
Years.
need to be paying you for that publicity.
Right.
Yeah,
Nah, I give it free. Mama Corey, I represent. Um, Next thing I want to talk about. My wife sent this to me. I think this morning, yesterday. She sent me a lot of stuff from Instagram. There's a shopping store called Wegmans. I don't know if you guys heard of Wegmans, and I said shop without waiting. That's my line. I don't know if Wegmans has a tagline. I don't know this. Basically, they have automated shopping carts. Well, not. Well, let me take that back. They have checkout in their shopping cart. So you throw an item, put an item in the shopping cart, it rings it up. Literally, you take the item out of the shopping cart, it'll deduct it. And someone did, of course, TikTok. I can't just, I don't know. I'm on Instagram. I don't know how to share it onto the screen, but look it up. It's pretty interesting. It's really interesting. It's just, yeah. And of course, it's TikTok. They messed around. It's like, oh my gosh, look, bling, bling, bling. They were doing that. And she's like, shoot it. And he shot it, once it fell in there, bling, bling, and take it out, boom, boom. So, and it worked. And they were like, trying to, of course, throw it off, throw it,
yeah,
And it pretty much kept track of everything. And in the end, before you get out the door, you can scroll, make sure all your stuff is in there. Make sure you paid for everything, or they haven't double charged you for anything. Boom, slide card, of course, Apple Pay. Boom, and you're done. Yes, questions?
yeah, yeah. So, what about spirits?
Oh, you talking about?
So does it card you?
Oh, I don't know. That's a good question. They didn't do spirits.
You can't shoot the face, right?
They didn't do spirits.
The champagne.
Do they weigh the produce in the cart?
That's good too.
Yeah.
That's good too. Okay.
I'm looking for it, AD. I can't find it.
I'm
looking at Wegmans on Instagram, but they don't have anything.
I heard that when the Amazon shopping started with their stores were going, Amazon grocery store was going to start. This is years ago that they were going to have a similar experience where you don't have to go to a cash register; it just starts ringing it up. But
Right.
The Amazon grocery didn't make traction on the East Coast. It's only out in the West. So I don't know if it's true or not.
Because West Side's the best side. I'm just saying.
Oh man. Oh man.
Just leave that alone. Oh, let's see.
Two brothers. One brother they both have the same Nissan Altima. One lives on the West Coast. The other one lives on the East Coast. They both go to the gas station with a half a tank and go to fill their tank up. Which brother paid $100 for a half a tank?
Let's see. Good question. That's a good question, my brother. That's a good question.
The brother on the West Side.
But who still makes minimum wage at $7.25? I'm just joking.
The brother here on the East Side.
Who can survive on minimum wage?
Nobody. No matter where you're at.
Yeah.
No matter where you're at, right? Oh, so yeah, So it's what's that? What's that? The shade room. The shade room. If you look up the shade room,
Got you. I'll check it out later.
Yeah. It's interesting. All right, so make sure
you don't have an electric car yet, Thomas?
Man.
Oh, because I'll be glad.
All right, so I'm function over anything else, right? So it has to function in a way. If I want to jump in my car and drive to LA, I don't want to have to stop halfway and be like, let me charge it up. Or when I finally get to LA, I'm going to charge it up and then, drive around. I got to charge it up before I leave. Yeah, I ain't got no time for all that.
I mean, I hear you, because I think it's going to change. The electric car thing is going to change how we do things, how we operate, kind of like, the whole cell phone thing. Oh man, I got to charge before I leave the house. I got to charge, before I get.
Well, they're going to have better tech coming, better batteries. They're going to, start using solar to charge.
Yeah,
they may even have like electric wavelengths that are on the side of the roads that just continue to keep your car. You pay it. Yeah.
Slow down.
You never know. What's interesting is, when we talk about hybrids and stuff, hybrids used to charge themselves when you coast.
Right.
And they had that. Why isn't it in electric cars right now? Why can't it just recharge itself when you're coasting or whatever?
Money.
And so, they're still trying to get their money. And so they'll feel like, we have the right formula. We're going to just mass produce it, kind of like cell phones, what you're saying. And, maybe next thing you know, you just set your cell phone down and it charges your car.
Right.
Instead of the other way around.
All the way around, right?
As long as you charge your phone before you go.
Yeah, charge your phone before you leave.
I'm gonna have to charge the phone.
Yeah, thanks, Jeff.
I missed the other night. I missed put my I have the wireless charger for my phone.
Okay.
And I think I must have missed it. Right, and I'm like, my phone was dead. I was at 20%. I was like, oh man, I'm gonna get through.
Do Apples have like a super fast charge kind of thing?
Right,
like, takes you an hour to charge up your phone. Do they have that?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just wondering.
But but I was like, oh man, but I was going to the gym, so I just happened to have one of those battery packs. So I went around with the phone, the cord, and the battery pack. Like, this has got to work. It's got to do.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Technology.
Gotta love it. I don't know how he got with the MapQuest with the printouts.
Oh, remember that?
And we just listen. You just look at it. You know where you're going. You remember it. That we used to remember a lot of stuff. So,
right.
Well, sometimes you pass the paper to your wife next to you, and you like, and she like, it says this exit right here. No, it don't. It says 0.7. Right. And I'm only like 0.5 right now.
I think the worst is, especially now that we have the stuff on.
So interesting thing about technology is I kind of treat it like I treat my phone like I used to have. I have a home phone. So back in the days, you couldn't just reach me. If I was gone, I was gone.
Right.
And I didn't know you called until I checked my messages. I didn't start 6ix9ine to see who called or any of that. And so I'm the same way now. I have a cell phone, and like yesterday I had tons of homework to do.
Okay.
Because it's a holiday, the whole week was thrown off. And so yesterday I was like buckled down. And the cell phone didn't play a part in my day. And I felt like I'm okay. And it's like, because I just remember growing up, that's the way it used to be. Like, you didn't have full access to everybody. If someone sent you a text, well, they didn't send text back then. Someone sends you a text now, they expect you, you got to respond right away. You just got to be at my beck and call, right? But that ain't the way I grew up. It's like, we get to you when we get to you. And sometimes I'm old school that way.
I hear you.
I like it.
Good morning,
As
Brian.
y'all look at your phone.
I'm putting it in do not disturb right now. Do not disturb.
All good. I'm just joking.
Nah, but because I've been making that something that I've been doing a little bit more regular is I'll put it in do not disturb, and the only person that can get through to that is Mrs. Banks. She wants me, right?
That's fine.
She hears me, so I want to make sure she knows that I do my best to answer her call.
Maybe your messages and texts always go through. I always see yours.
My phone automatically goes on do not disturb every night, and the only way you can get through to me is if you're on a favorites list, or they have this function where if someone calls back to back times, within a certain amount of time, it'll ring, and so those are the only ways you can get it.
Wait, so if someone called back to back times,
like if it's an emergency, they'll call and they'll be like, "Man, no one answered. I need to call back," and they'll.
How many times?
2 times, I think. You got back to back. Yep.
I got to keep that in mind. All right, call Tom. Call him again. Call him one more time.
Yeah.
I'm on. Yeah, I do it mine as well. I think I keep mine on do not disturb for the most part. Like,
mine's always on silent. So if
someone put up a post, and it's hilarious that you say that. Remember back in the day, we used to try to find like dope ringtones, some good music. And now we're all on silent. I don't want to hear that. It's just on silent. So that's hilarious.
So we used to find the dope ringtones, but even further back, we used to have the dope song playing in the background. Hello, you reached Thomas's voicemail.
No, first you hear.
Would you stay?
I'm not home right now. If you leave your name and number, I promise when I get home, I'll call you back. And you let the music play for a little bit in the background, and then you finally say, "Peace."
No, it was all about the outro. Though. It was all about the outro.
Listen, why my daughter got the classic voicemail? I call her, she ain't pick up. It's the "Hey, how you doing?" No, it's not me. Leave a message. I was like, where you get that from?
But the first time I called someone voice won't answer like that, I was talking to them like, "Yo," and I'm like, shoot, they got me.
Right. That's awesome. What's up, Brian in the building? Good morning, sir. Good morning. You're on mute. You're on mute. I didn't do it. You did it.
Happy Thursday, men.
Good morning. Happy Thursday.
Everybody's good. All is well in everybody's world.
Oh, yeah.
No fires. Nobody burned down a house.
I used to have all 10.
I have all 10 because I didn't burn anything. I didn't light anything.
Well, see what happened was.
No.
Somebody's like, "Oh shoot, I think I ain't missing a finger." Like it just, I didn't notice that. Oh, okay. So welcome, another edition of the Brothers of Legacy. I'm 20 minutes in, and yes, I'm doing the intro. Appreciate you guys for being here. Make sure you share. Sharing is caring. Thank you guys for being a part of all that we do. So let's see. I talked about that. Hey, okay. So there's a new app. Well, from the same company. It's called Threads. It's
Called
from
what?
Threads, like threading. It's from Meta, aka Facebook, the Facebook. Same company. It's like a weirdly connected to Instagram.
Have you used it yet?
I've just jumped on it. It's Facebook Gram. So if you go on, Instagram's design was more pictures and not focused on caption. Pictures and videos. That's what their thing was.
Yeah.
That's the highlight. With Threads, it's Twitter. Basically, it looks like Twitter. It's like Facebook 2.0 connected to Instagram. It's like you took a new package. Let's make the same thing and just shift spaces and just make it make this font bigger, make this big. Like that's all I did. Because I saw Mark Zuckerberg, of course, he pops up on Threads because it's Mark Zuckerberg. He says 10 million signups, downloads in 7 minutes. I'm like, oh, that's nice. when you're already connected to billions, it really doesn't.
Yeah.
It's not that hard.
So you didn't wait for the 2.0 release.
Nah, when it comes to apps, I'm not as worried. When it comes to like hardware, new phones, new car, stuff like that. Oh yeah, I'll wait till 2.0.
Yeah.
I don't mind jumping in on apps because I don't know. I ignorantly feel safer with a broken app that you can just delete that you don't pay for.
All right, well, I'm gonna wait till 2030.
Well, right now is the best time for them to drop that. I don't know if you heard about what's happening with Twitter. They're trying to limit how many tweets you can see unless you have a paid account. And you have to be
how many I can see, not post, but how many I can see.
How many you can see.
Wow.
And
so you don't get all this information.
Yeah, it's right now Twitter's going through quite a bit. Yeah. And you think about, why not? You're weak, Meta strong, and it's like we got, we just can make it happen. I mean, think about how many things they did as far as going into this live space, competing with YouTube and certain things, and they can compete in any space. Yeah, and if you're not careful, they'll just dust you off and be like, all right, go away. Remember MySpace?
Yes.
Whatever happened to MySpace?
Right. I think it's like a music app now.
I missed the MySpace movement. Totally.
I did you?
Yeah, MySpace. I was cool with MySpace.
I didn't like MySpace.
I was.
I never had a MySpace account.
I had a MySpace.
My main problem with MySpace, I guess, is because the people MySpaces that I knew about. You go to the page, it's always too much going on, and then they have some music blaring. Like every page, any page I would go to, like the music, boom, it just hits you. Like I hate MySpace. Like I don't even think I have a MySpace account. Like as far as created a page or whatever.
Oh, it's still out there?
Couldn't get into it, huh?
It's still out there.
It exists, but it's different. It's a music space now. It's for artists and music and things like that. So it's a whole nother. Someone else owns it, of course, and it's a different space now. Jeff said I never did MySpace. Yeah, I never got into MySpace. When Facebook came out, Facebook was almost like how Google came out. Very simple and plain. Like just put your stuff in there. Make a post. Tell the world what you're doing.
I think. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, I think Facebook was good because it connected people for free. There's
nobody did that. Right.
Yeah. Classmates.com could have did that.
Yeah. But I always thought about that.
And no one wanted to pay to try to find people. But you always wonder about, okay, I wonder what this person's doing, or is this person around, or how, what about the, my people from back in the days that I grew up with, and we was riding bikes down the street. Where are they at? And you wanted to know, and Facebook allowed you to just be nosy.
Do it. Yeah, pretty much. I always felt like that, Thomas. I was like, man, classmates, if they would have just lifted the paywall,
made it free,
they would have been Facebook.
They would have been Facebook.
They would have been Facebook. Because that's all we was trying to do is connect. But you put your information in. Oh man, look at all the people. You see the names familiar. Oh shoot, $29.95. You can get all these folks together.
Get paid.
I ain't doing
that.
I
always view classmates as a party planner.
Right.
But now Classmates has a lot of free stuff. You go there, find all yearbooks. You go back, look at yearbooks, and look at all kinds of stuff for free.
I haven't been to Classmates in
if your schools put the yearbooks out there.
Yeah, that part. If you come from a little small place in Illinois, it might not.
Yeah, like Kankakee. No, I'm not mad. Truth is, I didn't even take yearbook pictures.
Wow. Right. That says it all right there, Jeff. I didn't like anybody well enough.
That's true.
That I wasn't already connected to.
True.
That I already had a number. You're right. I didn't care that much. I didn't care that much,
Yeah, I'm the outcast. Like since I left Kankakee, I think I went back for my 10-year reunion and I went back for my 20-year reunion. Outside of those 2 trips, I haven't been back. So I'm not on anybody's favorite list. I look like I abandoned my hometown.
We had
you ain't K3. You're right. I'm not.
Any questions?
Nah, I'm not.
I love my hometown, man. I really do. It's just that once I left, I was gone.
Right. Right. That's it. That's it. My class wasn't. We were dysfunctional anyway. We weren't connected. We weren't close like that. Like the class before us, you see pictures of like, oh, look at them. They just so connected. And then the class after, wow. Well, we just made it through. Like we graduated. Yeah. All right, I'm out. I'm out. Oh, wow. Jeff says I've never gone to any reunions past. So you're doing great. I've not been either.
I've never gone, and the only reason why I haven't gone is number one, I didn't graduate on time. It took me 6 extra months to graduate, so I don't know if I'm class of 90 or 91. Number two, I went to 4 different high schools, and so I'm trying to figure out which one do I represent.
Which one should you go to?
I know which one I love, and I know which one I had to go to.
Right.
And so I would rather go to the one I love. Shout out to BHS. I know we're out there. That's the one that kind of shifted a lot about me, and so it's just so interesting though when you think about like which one do I go to. Man, it's too much work. I'm done. and now shoot, I'm old, so we got
I don't care
if I don't see you on Facebook. I don't need to see you in person. I see you around the way, but we 30 some years later, 40 years later,
Facebook did it. I think that's what it was though. Like once Facebook came around, it's like, what do I need a class reunion for? I seen what you did last week. I know what you're doing. You see me, I see you, because that was the main thing. You went because it's like, I wonder what such and such looks like now. Like I wonder how my homeboy. We haven't connected in a long time. I heard he got kids. I went. Said I wouldn't win anyway. Yeah, told you disconnected. We did. Yeah, I just went so I can get my grades, so I can get my diploma. Let's see. Oh wow. Let's see exactly, Thomas. That's my deal. I went to 3 different high schools.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go with the lies. He said AD used to bully me.
Wait, the stories AD told us, there ain't no way he was a bully.
Right. It does not match up. He said, if I haven't kept up with you for the last 10 years, what's the point?
Exactly.
What's the point? So what are we talking about today? So today we're talking about, are we focused on the negative more than the positive? I wrote that wrong. But I was thinking about reviews, like you ever, or do you, like when you're looking at a product or going to a restaurant? I think I do it more going to a restaurant. Do you look at reviews? Like if someone even if someone recommends it, do you just go, or do you look at reviews?
So I will look if I was looking at reviews beforehand to get an idea. I have to read all the reviews and take it into context. Because somebody had a bad experience because the chair they sat in was wobbly. Like, okay, not you're just upset because the chair was wobbly, or or if you asked for a medium steak and they gave you a well done steak, right? Then that's another, all right. Well, you didn't have to sit there and eat it. You could have got the situation rectified. Like, that's what I would think. So I would take it for what it is. And if I still wanted to go to this restaurant, I would go. But then this is what when I get the menu and I have the waiter, waitress. I don't know what's the non-gender
the one that assists me at the table.
Yeah, the person that comes to the table, this person from a thing. But I'll ask like if I see something I'm interested in, I'm like, okay, how is this? And they go, oh, it's very popular. Everybody gets it. I was like, I don't care about what everybody gets. Just because everybody gets it doesn't mean it's good.
Right.
Have you had it? They go, oh, I haven't had it. I say, okay, well then tell me what you don't like on the menu. And they go, what? And they say, well, I don't know what I don't like, but I know what I like. All right, just tell me what you like. Then. What are you passionate about?
So you go by that.
You go by that. Right?
I got you.
Yeah, because like, oh man, actually this past Tuesday.
Wow.
And then the waiter, it was a male. He was a male, so the waiter. I was like, dude, we was asking about the appetizers. It was this lobster. It was a lobster cheese dip or whatever. And here you go. So you talking about looking at reviews. What about pictures?
Right.
The picture on the card, I was like, oh, I got hyped. And I looked at him and I was hyped. And then he got hyped with me. And I was like, oh yeah. Then my buddy orders these cheesesteak egg roll joints, and I was like, okay, kind of that from what I'm reading, it sounds cool, but the picture on this lobster joint, oh shoot, it comes over. I'm like, man, this dip is watered down.
Wow.
I was like, you got hype over this. This stuff is not good at all. He's like, yeah, it could use a lot. Oh, you knew it could use something? Then why'd you get hype with me, man?
Because you was hype, I got hype. We about to get this tip. That's what's about to happen.
We was about to go down, right? And it was like, So
now I'll look at reviews, and there has to be a lot of different reviews that say pretty much the same thing. Because some people, we complain over everything. We'll find something to complain over, and I've seen some places that I looked at the reviews and I went and I was like, man, this place is the bomb. And I've been to plenty of places where I looked at the reviews and they've been totally overrated, right?
Yeah.
And that's the whole thing. I don't like the hype. I don't follow the hype on everything. That's why I don't have an iPhone. So it's one of those things where don't do it. You can't do it right now. It's just the truth. I just spoke my truth. Okay. Don't hate my truth. Don't censor me for my truth. But the reality is, like, there's so many different hypes out there. I went, so every time I feel like I go with the hype, I get disappointed. Like Shake Shack, right? I go to Shake Shack. Okay, it's gonna be the bomb. Lines out the door.
The line at the door gets you. Go ahead.
Yeah. And you get to places and you just kind of listen to what they say, take it with a grain of salt, take your chance, go do it.
Thomas, if you go to a Hawkins House of Burgers,
where?
I'm telling you right, Hawkins House of Burgers. You go there. It's in Watts.
Okay. Oh yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, you go there. The hype is real.
Oh yeah. I mean, whenever you're willing to wear a bulletproof vest to get a burger, it's real.
Dude, make sure you wear all black. Don't wear,
no colors.
You can't show with this. You can't show with that.
You can't be doing it. Look,
Oh yeah. We did. We got dubbed. Yeah, with that line. Dude, with that line out the door. Yes, sir. Your spot, Larry. It was your spot. The one that you wanted to go to, that Jamaican spot. We talk about.
Well, you told me not to. So
no. We didn't know about it. You told us about it. We said, I think the area. We was like, don't go there because it was late, and we told you correctly because this spot is hoodish. It's not
hoodish or hood.
Spot. Hoodish. Well, no, it's hood. It's hood. I take that back because there's hoodish spots, but no, this hood. Yeah.
So you tell me the oxtail.
Nope. They didn't have it. So we'll talk about it though. We'll talk about it. I don't want to go down the rabbit hole and trash the business too bad. So not online. Not online. I try to not trash my people too bad unless something really go down. But when it comes to reviews for me, like, and I'm with you on that, Tom, it's like I look at consistency of what's being said. Like, some people write, have you seen the ones that write 2 paragraphs? And I get it. You're upset. You're mad because John, treated you, not only gave you bad food, but he ignored your comments. Like he really treated you like crap. And you want the business to see about John. I get it. But for me, like I do, like, oh my gosh, so dirty. You're like, okay, that's one. Oh my gosh, I seen ants. That's somebody else. Like, okay. Oh my gosh, it's good food, but if you get past it, if you get past the way it looks, like, okay, this place is dirty. And then sometimes you gotta look at I do dates too. Like 3 years ago,
right?
Trash.
Yep.
3 years ago, nobody liked this place. It is, and all of the other reviews, like 3 weeks ago, 2 months ago, they're like, man, based on this reviews, I was scared. But people put that, you're like, okay, new management. Hey, guys, just let you know, there's some new management here. So right. I look at that. Yeah, Sam says, yes, I am the review queen. He messes me up every time with those things.
I am 100% review every hotel I stay in. I will review a hotel up and down, make sure. And it has to have a certain number of people. You got to have, 8+, and, the people review. Right. I go more by the people review than the hotel review, stars or whatever.
Yes. I don't go by the stars. I look at what they say. Exactly.
I mean, every hotel has to be reviewed because, you get in some spaces where you just like, man, I'm going to sit in this chair tonight and I'm going to stay right here. I had that happen to me in Mississippi one time, and not my fault. Another story for another time. But you get to, hotels are mandatory. You got to look at the reviews on hotels.
Yeah,
you got to.
And I trust people in hotel reviews. I don't trust them with my food, but I trust them with my hotels.
But again, you had those people that there was a bug in their room.
Right.
How many of those have you seen? Oh, there was a bug in my room.
Jeff, I do too.
Yeah, I mean, there's going to be a bug in your room every so often. I mean, it is what it is. You got a bug in your house every so often.
Yeah, but
so hopefully it's every so often.
It'd be a 3-paragraph review, it's a bug in my room, and then
it's a list.
I turned the water on and it didn't come out fast enough for me.
Right.
Now you're upset. You're gonna be mad.
Now you're mad.
I had to flush the toilet by myself. I'm used to the automatic flush. They didn't have a bidet.
This place used to be so great.
I do be looking at the reviews, but then I think I should start reviewing. I should post my own review when I do stay at places, because there's places that
let's talk about that as well. Do you post reviews other than, because I know when I'm on set, first place I go to Google, I'll find the Facebook page, I go to Twitter. Like I'm I'm reviewing. I'm tearing you down. I'm taking you out. A boycott.
Okay, so I
boycott this shop. Boycott.
So you know how Google will actually like send you an email like, "Hey, you was at this restaurant.
You
What
was
is
there."
it?" And I'll be like, and it, you know, if I have a good experience, I'm like, bang, bang, bang. Oh, ask for Nikki. Ask for Nikki because she going to do it. And then,
right. Gotta put the game. Ask for Nikki.
He got you covered. You know, like, yo, eat half your steak and then call Greg and he gonna take it off your bill. Just nah.
He give me a 20% discount.
But I am more so. I when I have a good experience, I'm good with doing a review. If Google hits me up, or if they ask me in the restaurant, hey, you mind leaving us a review on the stuff? I say, bet I'll do that for you right now. But yes, if I'm not having a good experience, like if you put me all the way in the back,
oh God,
you walk past like 20 feet while I'm sitting there.
See, that's the view I'm passing. Like, oh, you just mad.
Oh yeah, and that's all I'm saying. Yeah, I'm mad, but I'm sitting here right now, and 4 people that sat after me got served already. I'm still waiting for some water.
So I will say, I see that, and then I'm gonna look for other supporting reviews to see if I'm gonna get the same treatment. Now I will say that, like, if 5 other people said, "Man, I went in there, man, they sat me here, no one came for like 20 minutes," then Chip on the shoulder, like, is it because I'm black? Is it because you black? Like, if they're not saying it, is it because you black? Let me look at you, because like on Google got profile. Let me see this profile picture. Is he black? Or is it just they just treat people like this? Let's see. Bull says my favorite pastry shop got shut down after an inspection. He says big back open now. Reviews look good, but
they got a bug. They got a bug in there.
Oh no, you get shut down. You might have an infestation. There's something going on. There's something going on. I don't know. Could you? Okay.
All right. So, do you eat at Waffle House?
No.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely not.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, depending on which Waffle House you go to, 99% of the time you're gonna have some kind of bug up in there. I'm just saying.
It's part of the ambiance.
It's part of the ambiance. They bring you your utensils and everything else, and but the waffles are banging. So
actually, we was headed to the airport, AD, that weekend I met you. Okay. We was headed to the airport, and somebody was hungry. They was actually getting angry, and they kept saying, "You want to keep passing these places? We can eat at the airport." And it was like 4 Waffle Houses, like back to back to back. 2 was across the street from each other. I'm like, fine, we just go ahead and do this.
Right there on Virginia Avenue, before you get to the airport in Atlanta, they got 4 of them, like right there.
Yeah,
and I'll eat at 2 out of the 4 of those Waffle Houses.
Which ones? Which one
that's furthest away from the freeway on Virginia Avenue? It's like in Hapeville, and then the one right next to the freeway, the McDonald's. The one on the other side of the freeway, I leave those alone. And
the busy ones,
huh?
The busy ones,
the ones by the Holiday Inn, and they're on the
that looks sus
side or west side of the freeway. Yeah. So.
Here's my question. My question is: would you rather go to the ones that are constantly moving, or would you rather go to the ones that are slow?
Of course, constantly moving to me.
Right. So if you go to the ones that are constantly moving, you can't expect it to be clean.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good observation. That's good.
I can expect it to be clean. Doesn't mean it'll happen.
Well, I still can't figure out how they be knowing those orders and stuff. They were like, give me 2 laid down and crack this and this, that, and the third, and lay down some cheese. I'm like, what? That's not what I ordered.
Because when you know, just like IHOP, when you know the menu, that's why it's important for the employees to know the menu.
Right.
When you know the menu, it's easier to modify.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
If you're cooking the same stuff all day, every day, and somebody wants something different, what's going to stick in your brain is the different.
Right. Yeah.
Well,
give me the crack they going at. I don't want that.
Yeah, that's why the biggest challenge with fast food restaurants or places like that is the test is knowing the menu. When you get hired, you get interviewed. The quiz is how well you can pick up the menu, because they don't want their servers writing stuff down. It takes too much time.
Right.
So I do that all the time now. Whenever I order something, like we used to have these, I used to get a bunch of guys together for a thing called the huddle. And, I'll buy food for them and everything. It'd be like, anywhere between up to 10 people. And I'll take everybody's order and I just remember it and just take it back up. The reason why I did that, I was fascinated the first time I saw a waiter or waitress do that. When they remember, I was like, man, how do you do that? And so I started challenging myself to see if I could do something like that. And, the more older I get, I keep challenging my brain because I don't want to feel like I'm slipping or anything. And so that's one of the ways I challenge.
That's good. Yeah, that always, like, especially a big table, they was like, okay, what you want? Okay, and you like, this dude ain't right. And you, it's an extra cheese, no onions, and you, like, no shrimp, you allergic to? Okay, and you, like, you got it. And when it come, you're like, they didn't mess this up.
When they get it right, that's when it matters.
They got it right. Right. Especially, the best of when they come back to the table, like, so you said no pork on that, right? Like, dang, you went right to the person. Like it's 10 of us at this table. You knew exactly, like, that's impressive, So,
so they number the places at the table. One, 2, 3, 4.
Right.
So once you have the table, the schematic memorized, then it's easier, right? And that's the logic and the science behind all of that stuff, is breaking it up into zones, into positions, and all of that, and understanding the menu. If you can master that piece, the rest of it is just personality.
Right.
So my poor baby be a target. I know that.
And she writing the review. and I'm a co-sign for you, Sam.
Yeah, writing reviews though is something like focusing on the negative. You don't really. I like to walk into a restaurant where I don't have to notice anything unless it's good. The service is good. And the other day I went and bought food. Service was excellent. Food was kind of, I could leave the food. It was okay. It wasn't bad. It wasn't great though. But the service stood out. And it was like, because you're just, and it's not like they're giving this excellent service. They're just doing what they're supposed to do. And that's the crazy part, is like, we can't even walk into a restaurant these days and expect normal service. Be kind, be courteous, smile. How you doing today? Talk. I do this thing a lot when I go into restaurants. That people say, well, hey, how you doing? I'll say, terrible. Good. So how can I help you today? I do it all the time, just to say that. And sometimes it's like, it snaps a person out of their so how you doing today? Terrible. Well, what? Like, and it gets them to interact. And I just like the interaction. And so I find that when there's better interaction, that your service is a little bit better. They remember things better. They come back. And so it's just a way of breaking the ice and creating another positive environment, experience, conversation, and stuff like that.
So
you ever been passing by somebody and have a conversation, like just a passerby thing, and you say, hey, how you doing? And they say, you too.
Oh yeah. But I do something similar, Thomas, when I'm it's because going to the days that they introduce themselves, so they come to the table and they start talking to us, taking orders or asking us for something, and I'm like, and they come to me, I'll be like, Carl, and they be like, no. I was like, well, that's what I want to call you. Like, well, my name is Sean. Well, your name is Carl because you didn't introduce yourself. Like, it's Sean. You want me to call you Sean? I'll call you Sean from now on, Sean. I'm Larry, man. And then we go, yo, Sean, yo.
You know what? Your steak ain't gonna be right.
Right.
Maybe better than right. Maybe hot.
Get that extra seasoning
Well,
on that steak.
My prime rib wasn't right, but then I met Greg.
I try to be as personable as I can with them because I want my food right. But the other piece is we don't understand certain concept of restaurants. There's certain restaurants, even if it's a steakhouse, they make the steak basically 3 different ways.
Oh,
when you get out of that, you're in trouble. Now you're disrupting the flow, and it matters. Like you don't go to a place like Red Lobster and start nitpicking at the menu. Right. Because it's a pretty strict menu. And so when you start making adjustments, you have to know the type of restaurant you're going to. Price matters. When you have a restaurant whose menu changes, those restaurants are going to be more flexible. Right. When you have a restaurant that has a head chef and a sous chef, right, they're going to be flexible. Right. When you have a restaurant where the chef comes out or the manager comes out and meets you at the table and asks you how your food is, those types of restaurants are the ones where you can go in and they'll cater to your diet and that kind of stuff. But you can't go to certain restaurants doing things like that. And that's why people get so frustrated because they're not designed that way.
Well,
I can't have a medium well steak.
If the most expensive dish on the menu is less than $20, take it the way they make it.
Well, blame Burger King.
Most expensive.
Have it your way.
On that. That's 20. Okay, that's interesting.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, I would have said blame Burger King because they
said have it your
way.
It said at this level, you should have it your way. So
I can have my level there. Anything if I'm paying a little more, if I'm paying more than that $5 for my Whopper, I can have a Whopper my way.
Yeah, but Burger King says have it your way as long as it's on the menu.
Right. As long as it's made our way.
Yeah. Right. I mean, you go to Burger King and you can get a Whopper with cheese and you can put an extra patty on it. You go to Burger King and you start asking for Thousand Island dressing. They're like, oh, you're supposed to be at McDonald's.
Right.
The Big Mac.
Right.
Or I want my steak. I mean my burger medium. I don't want it well done.
And they're like, have you seen these patties?
What?
Do the Burger King.
It takes 3 minutes to grill a Burger King patty.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember their milkshakes and their fries back in the day.
Back in the day.
He said. So David said, "I walked."
But there has to be a level of expectation. But the problem is, you don't have a lot of people able to listen well or to want to adjust. People don't want to change. Right. They think if you cause them any difference in the way they do things, there's something wrong with you. They get mad because you're asking them to do their job, or do a little extra for your job. So if I go to a spot, if I go to a BJ's or something like that, and I order a steak, which I don't do at BJ's, but if I did, I would expect my steak to be the way I want it to be, not the way you think it. This is how I cook it. And so a lot of times, I mean, there's been times I have ordered steaks in places and I had to send it back, and I was so nervous sending it back because I'm like, this thing is still bleeding. I need it to not bleed. Right. But you send it back and you don't know what you're going to get back.
Right.
We've all seen the movies where the guy sticks the pancakes down his pants and
that's probably good.
We all in agreement that sending back is not really
But sometimes you got to, because I'm not eating a bloody steak, but then I'm taking risk, right?
Say take it off just go home hungry. I would just send it back when I'm good.
But if you're nice, so you think it goes bad, even if I apologize. I don't know if there's a miscommunication, but my steak's a little redder than I anticipated. It's possible. If you're so humbly, make me another one. Just
right. In a situation like that, awesome. AD do they specialize in steaks?
Right.
right?
That's good.
If
That's
you're
good.
known, if you specialize in steaks,
Steakhouse, like
then
you're a steakhouse, right?
yeah.
Right.
But
And I'm
okay,
not
so
talking about like Ponderosa.
So
back in the days, there's a spot that was called there's a spot called Piccadilly.
Ponderosa.
I used to work at
Piccadilly's.
Piccadilly.
Ooh,
And at Piccadilly, it's like a cafeteria style place. If you don't
Oh,
know
okay.
about it, you go through, and we had steaks, and sometimes I was on the grill for the steaks, right?
okay.
And if someone said I need my steak a certain way, I'm going to do my very best to make your steak that certain way. I'm gonna have the little thermometer out. I'm gonna be measuring how hot your steak is.
Okay.
I'm gonna take it off the grill when it's supposed
At
to be taken off
Piccadilly?
the grill. And
At Piccadilly.
at Piccadilly, that's what I would do, because that's what they told us to do that. You know, if I look out on the line and I see that the pan is getting a little crusty on the edges, I'm gonna flip the pans around. I'm gonna make sure everything looks presentable. I'm gonna make sure the food's out there. If it's been out there too long, I'm gonna pull it off. I'm gonna put some fresh stuff out there.
So nice.
Oh wow.
Listen, that should be the expectation that you have if you're gonna go pay your money, and especially with this inflation. I mean, man, you're all trying to kill us, and then everybody wants a tip. Everybody expects a tip. You know, I was looking at this thing the other day where the guy for delivery, the delivery guy got mad at the person for giving him a 25% tip. Said it should have been more. Now they got a 25% tip off of a delivery meal that was like $20, right?
Right.
So they got like $5 or something like that.
Yeah.
And they're like, tips should be more. It's like the anticipation or expectation of tips is getting on my last nerve.
It's like you're like, tell us why you're mad, Thomas. Tell us why you're
mad at these tips and the inflation. I'm going broke. I'm just kidding.
Well,
but how do y'all feel about tipping though?
So as long as I have the option to tip what I want to tip,
right,
I'm good. But if you go ahead and take that
already on there,
gratuity,
gratuity is already
gratuity, whatever it is, I see that on there.
Oh yeah.
And then they'll be like, 15 or 17%, but then they still need the blank line for some more. I'm like, well, if you wanted more, you could let me do it. I'm a 20%. I'm a 20% tipper on just service. I'm a above 20 if your service is all that. Now your services don't even meet regular service, then it starts to go the other way.
So you count them. They start counting down. When they get to the table, your tip is here, buddy. And as you do what you do, it just stays there.
So last year I was at a spot in Mableton, and it was just two of us having lunch, and I wasn't paying attention because we're talking about different things. I get the ticket, I pay for the ticket, I tip it. Later on, I looked, they had already put the tip in for 2 people.
Ooh, for 2 people.
And then they got the double tip because I wasn't paying attention. And that's how they get over on people. Like, don't do stuff like that. Keep it. And then, that if there's 6 or more people, it's an automatic tip. Well,
oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's.
Yeah. I guess I will say I understand the groups because it takes a little more work when you got a group of people.
Right.
But
2?
When it's just two of you guys or one, because I've been to places. I love Atlanta. These spots put that gratitude on there. It's one of you. You're gonna pay that. It's already on there. It's on there.
But you got to realize that's because of the demographics. A lot of that is because people won't tip. And most folks don't understand how little wait staff makes. They live, their livelihood is based on the tip. So to your point, your attitude should be right.
Right.
But you also have to consider working conditions, and you go there to eat. I don't care if you're mad at your boss. That has nothing to do with me and coming here and ordering my food.
I don't care what the last person did to you. Like,
yeah.
I get it.
So,
but
like,
sometimes what I do is I'll tip even if someone has an attitude in hopes that the next customer
you're so nice.
will get something different because sometimes it's a wake up call.
Right.
I'm trying to get there.
So
I'm with
for
you,
me, the beginning of the movie Reservoir Dogs really changed my perspective on tipping. Because at first I just thought, hey, to put that dollar down, that's good enough, right? I didn't. This is years ago. I was a youngin, but so that intro of Reservoir Dogs and the head guy, the head boss. If none of you, do you guys see Reservoir Dogs?
I've never seen it. I know what it is.
You gotta watch it. It's great. It's one of Quentin Tarantino's. It's a good movie. Low budget, but it's all that. Or just watch
it's a blood and guts movie.
Just watch the intro.
It's Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah.
Actually, this is early Quentin. He wasn't as bad.
Blood and guts.
All right, but go ahead, give me the.
But the guy goes around, he pays the bill, and he's like, "All right, you guys cover the tip." So and it was like 5 of them, and like everybody threw some money out there. And then the last guy, he goes to Mr. Pink, yo, where's your tip at, Mr. Pink? And he was like, "Well, they already put theirs out. That's enough. That's enough. That's enough tip." And he was like, then he explained, like they don't make the waitresses, the wait staff doesn't make that much money. That they make their living based off of their tips. And when he explained that whole thing, I made sure I was no longer a Mr. Pink tipper, that I was a 20% tipper, right? Not just 10%. I went straight for the 20%, just to make sure that, you know. But again, and that's just you just did service. I don't care how your attitude is. It's about mine is based off of service. And if you come in, you know, piss off at the world or whatever, I'm gonna turn that smile upside down, and you're gonna walk away from me knowing Larry Banks and have a smile on your face. I'm gonna give you a good experience.
So let me clarify something here.
Go ahead.
I'm not talking about wait staff tips.
Right.
I'm talking about Starbucks tips, ice cream tips,
ice cream
truck.
Oh, with the tip jar, Chinese food tips.
You know, when you're already getting paid to do your job, tips.
Right.
You're getting paid your normal wage to do your job, and now you want an extra on top of your normal job kind of tip.
Okay, so let me ask this question.
I'm not talking about the people and waiters and wait staff that don't get, you know, the same pay as everybody else, and they depend on tips. I'm talking about the people who work at places and put the little tip jar out there and you know, and fill it a little bit up, make it look like, hey, we getting 5s and 10s in here. Go ahead, drop 5s and 10s.
Go on, match that.
And then they want to look at you crazy, like you didn't get your COVID shot or something. You know, or something like it's crazy the way people are today with tips. It's just weird.
So I preach a message on a Sunday morning, and there's a visiting couple in the church. And after service, the husband comes up to me,
gives you a little hand with the
got a little folded, put a $20 bill, folded $20 bill on my hand after service.
Talks to you, thank you.
Yeah, and initially I felt violated. I'm looking like what in 20. My mind. I'm like, what's that? A tip?
20.
You know,
20 twin.
Yeah, I mean, I like it. It rubbed me the wrong way because of how it was done, right? But at the end of the day, I was like, he felt like he was really doing something,
right.
You know, and so I had to turn that thing around, you know, and just be grateful. And my point is that when you're operating a business, you're selling a product, and you don't own the business, and you're not making as much as you feel like you could make, So what you do is you put that tip jar out there, and everything is gravy, right? Now, you're not supposed to get mad at someone because they don't put anything in the jar.
Right.
But you're just grateful for anyone who has the inclination to drop something in there.
Okay. Right? So here's the thing too. I wouldn't mind tipping you if you had the right attitude toward my drink. Like if I go to Starbucks and my drink at Starbucks, if I'm not getting a coffee, I'm getting a regular drink. It's over $10 for the drink because I got almond milk, got extra shots, it's all these other things. If I ask for light ice, this much ice in it, I don't expect this much ice. I'm already paying $10. Don't be mad at me because I say I didn't want that much ice.
I didn't. That's a little bit too much ice.
Thomas, how do you do
but
it?
In a lot of cases, the
in
person who's taking your order for your drink isn't making your drink.
Well, I'm just saying, yeah, but they split tips. So
right, and they split tips, and someone says light ice.
Right. Yeah, but you should go in there and already have your barista know.
No, it's relative.
I get the Thomas special, please.
Light ice could be this.
Enough to do that. I don't spend.
Light ice could be this for some people, and for other people, light ice is.
But I tell them when I order this much ice, I just want this much ice.
So what I say is light ice. So I make sure they understand.
Super light ice.
You know, like 2 cubes. 2 cubes.
You tip the dry cleaner. Where does it stop?
Some people listen. I believe that some people deserve certain tips. Like, you know, if I have the same mail carrier all year long, I'll tip them during Christmas or something like that. I'll give them some kind of gift. I'll tip people, and I've learned to do this. You know, I hadn't always been a good tipper, but you know, I've learned to tip, and you know, last 20 years or 15 years, I've been pretty decent when it comes to tipping. But I don't believe everybody deserves a tip. That's that trophy mentality that everybody deserves a trophy. Everybody deserves participating. I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, though. You know,
that's true. That's true. You know, but the thing, like for me, the places that you frequent, you set a standard.
That's true,
right? And people remember you, and they're going to take care of you. You know,
yeah, I agree with that.
I don't put money in the guy's hand who picks up my garbage can because the truck picks it up, right? But what I will do is offer a bottle of water to everybody in the truck. You know what that means? You know what that does for me? My can will always be sitting in the proper place when they pick it up. It won't be dropped and leaning over on the side. It won't be sitting up on the grass.
In the lawn.
Right. They're going to go a little extra. They're going to do a little bit more to make sure, because I came out and gave them water.
Right.
You know, and those are the things that I'm thinking about. But to your point, I think, who was that? David. No, I'm not tipping the dry cleaner because the prices are too high anyway.
Same as garbage. Garbage is out of control. But go ahead.
Yeah.
Out. Like
that's the other part. The more you pump the prices up on me, the less I'm willing to tip.
I'd give you more, but your company.
So minimum wage goes up to $15 an hour. Yeah. So the cost is passed on to the patrons there, right? Well, if you're gonna pass that cost on to me through how much you're pumping up this, inflating these prices, then you're already taking my money. You're taking my tip. You're tipping.
No, that's not even right. You know what minimum wage was when I was $1?
$5.25.
$4.25.
So when I started working, okay, Brian, we pay rate $2.25. Okay, Brian, we know that.
What was it?
$4.25.
Wait, what'd you say, Thomas?
What was it for you?
For me?
Yeah. When you started working, $2.25?
No, $3.25.
Okay, mine was $3.35 when I started working.
Wow.
Yeah, and then it bumped up. When $3.35 came, I was feeling good.
Well, that was the West Coast inflation you had, Thomas.
$3.35. Now $4.25 kicked in. I'll tell you exactly when $4.25 kicked in. It was July 1st, 1998. I mean, 1988. 1988. $4.25 kicked in.
That's right.
Because that was right before my 16th birthday. Yeah.
Oh man.
Some of you.
Dang. I was going. Oh, this said my garbage guy has to come out and hook up the cans. My dry cleaner guy drives 17 miles to my house every week and picks up my delivers my cleaner.
Okay, we got that.
I really appreciate it.
Oh yeah, you know, we don't.
I mean,
I'll be honest.
I can't even.
It's not just them cleaning your clothes. I got
like
that's different.
Listen, Jeff. I don't want to hear anything else from Jeff.
I'm about to. Hey,
Jeff is on silent.
Jeff, what service do you need? I'm gonna make a trip all the way from here to out there
Right.
on a regular basis. You know?
Right. I got you.
Hey, Jeff keeps $100 bill in his pocket just for tipping. So listen.
Shout out to everyone in Jeff's ecosystem. Y'all.
But like you see, I put with the tipping. Like I have the photo booth business. I just did a gig on Saturday.
Okay.
And I charge the host, and the host chooses whether or not they want to tip or not at the end of the night. Usually they do, but the guest was like, "Yo, where's your tip jar?" And I was like, "I don't have a tip jar." They said, "Do you accept tips?" I was like, "If you feel the need," and the one guy was like, "Yo, man, you was great. This is fun." And he came back. He did the handshake, Ryan. He did the handshake. I was prepared, so I didn't feel as violated because I was prepared. I seen it coming. So he did the handshake. And I was like, okay. But when I was like, oh,
I'm ready.
I
got you.
Whenever that's ever happened to me, I've always just slid it in my pocket. Didn't even look at it.
Yeah.
Well, I looked later because I wanted to make sure I didn't lose it. Right. I threw it in the pocket. It was like, all right.
You hand me $20 after preaching, and I'm wondering if it was a good message.
Oh, he went to hundo.
What this started 100?
Like that was $100 message, bro.
You know how much work I put in on that?
Well, no. Here's the thing, like
I played to the
question, though. Like you give me $20 after preaching the message, and I'm like, what are you saying?
So was it an older fella?
He was probably my age.
Okay, so he was older.
Yeah, you opened yourself up for that. You should have saw that coming.
Man, you locked that up, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you a break. I give you a break. Happy belated, Thomas. Thank you, Richard. Happy belated, Thomas. Yeah,
my mother is still on here. Mom, you heard what he said. You saw. I need some reinforcement. That was brutal, man. That was brutal.
Listen,
I'll give you that. That was gonna last you. That's about 2 weeks.
I couldn't help myself.
That's gonna be my dad joke tomorrow.
That's 2 weeks worth of comedy.
I forgot what I was gonna say, but sometimes when you're used to doing it, you start off back in the 80s. You might have been given $5 or something for a message, and then you're up to $20 right now. You probably feel like you're doing a little something, even though you might not be. It might be this is my budget. See the way my budget works and the way my bank account works.
Checking the savings.
So he's doing his thing. It's like going to church, and some people are like, I can't give 10%, but I'm gonna give $20 every week. Right.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what they do. They just give what they can. So,
I mean, you give me $20, and I'm looking at the shoes.
Because he could have gave you nothing. He could have shook your hand and been like, "Good job, Pastor."
All right. His shoes are talking to me.
You got leather soles on your shoes. If you got shoe bottom shoes, then $20 probably really, really good. You saying something good.
Okay. But if you got really nice shoes,
got on game.
If your shoes are leather bottom and you give me $20, I'm giving it back.
You could do better than this. You could do what that handed me.
My Cash App is $.
Right. Like, oh, that's all you had?
Don't tell your mom. He said I was 60 years old. That's hilarious.
No, he thought you're a man of the cloth. You're gonna donate this somewhere else where it could be
somewhere else. Right?
Give and useful.
Oh, man.
It's going right in my pocket because it was for me.
You ain't giving nothing back. You ain't giving it back. Talking all that madness. But it is funny though.
Look, I don't want people to lose their blessing by giving away what they gave me. I'm like, no, I want you to be blessed. You seeded into me. I want you to be blessed because of what you did for me.
There we go. Yeah. There we go.
My grandfather was a pastor, and he had a church. He passed away some years ago, back in 2002, 2003. I was fortunate enough to preach at his church.
Nice.
And afterwards, a person came up and they had an envelope.
Okay.
And I was like, I'm good. I'm very blessed to be able to do this. Like, no, go ahead and take this, young man. My grandmother pulls me aside afterwards. She says, Snoopy. That's what they call me, Snoopy. If anyone's ever trying to bless you, you allow them to bless you because that's how they feel blessed. That's what they do to feel blessed.
All right.
And you just be grateful for whatever blessing you receive because that's something that you should want. You should want to feel blessed, and people want to bless you. Let them do it.
Right.
So, ever since then, I've never had a problem with allowing people to bless me that way. Yeah, Snoopy, I let it out, but
Snoopy.
I'm gonna tell you, that's the nickname I was born with,
right?
And so, yeah, so my family still calls me Snoopy. And people that I was raised with still call me Snoopy, but yeah, that's me. Yeah,
that's hilarious.
I'm gonna send you a Woodstock for happy birthday. I'm gonna send you a Woodstock.
Right. Thank you guys for being here. Yes, happy belated birthday to Thomas. Appreciate you.
Appreciate
another
it,
year around the planet.
And happy belated anniversary to you and your beautiful bride.
Oh yeah,
or wife.
Yes,
so
indeed. Appreciate that. Listen, we appreciate you guys for being here, rocking with us as we edutain. He said, no, not the Charlie Brown. Oh, he said, put it in your pocket, right? Oh, we appreciate you guys for being here. Make sure you are sharing, letting everybody know that the brothers are on. We're on every week, Tuesday through Friday. And we look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. Same time, same channel. Stay connected. Text LW into 84576. Tipping us for listening to y'all. David, you are now blocked. You're now blocked. We appreciate you for not being here. We look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow.
Yeah, David, go ahead and put your Cash App in the comments. You'll get that.
We're gonna
just wait for it. It'll be there.
Right. Just wait for it. Just wait for it.
It's coming.
We look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. It's Freestyle Friday. We take our foolery to the next level.
Oh boy.
Make sure you share, stay connected, and listen tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We have our brother, like no other, Mr. Larry Banks. Make sure you're following Live Core Fitness, 30 minutes, and it's absolutely free. Absolutely free for now. So join up while it's free. All right. So we look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow again. Feel free to bless me anytime. I know that's right, Richard. Anytime. Don't worry. It's the midnight hour. You can bless me. So we look forward to seeing you guys. Stay safe. Make good choices. If you or someone you love is having a mental health crisis, make sure you dial 988. If you or someone you love is having a mental health crisis, and make sure you drive safe. 4 a.m. He said 4 a.m. for the West Coast dummies. Oh,
dummy over here.
All right. Time comes through. And we look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. Know that we love you. Jesus loves you better. Make good choices. And give somebody that you haven't seen in a while a great big hug. Guys, we'll see you in the AM. Peace out.